Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we'll be doing the first shots on the Daniel Defense DD5 V3. Now I do have a unboxing on this rifle. If you want to check that out, I will link it in the description. We just go over the basic specs of the rifle in that video, and we show everything that comes in the box. Now since that video, I have only made 2 changes to the rifle. I have mounted up a optic. Here we have a 2.5x10 Night Force NXS, and we have it sitting in a Night Force mount. And I did also change the trigger. We now have a Geisley SSAE trigger. These rifles used to come with a Geisley, but the way they ship now, they come with a mil-spec trigger. And frankly, it's a reliable trigger, but it is extremely gritty, it's extremely heavy. We covered all that in that original unboxing video. So even though I haven't even fired this rifle, it now has that 2-stage Geisley, the way it should have came out of the box. Now this is by no means going to be an accuracy test video. I do plan to do a lot of shooting this rifle, and I will eventually do a full accuracy test video, so you can stay tuned for that. Once I have a significant round count through this rifle and I kind of develop some opinions, and once I have it completely configured, I will come back and do a follow-up video that will go over the whole rifle setup and my opinions of it at that time. But for now, we're just going to do the first shots. I have some real basic ammo here. I have some 147 grain American Eagle, which is just some 7.62, and then I have some Freedom munitions. This is 150 grain. This is their remanufactured ammo, and both of these are just FMJ, so nothing fancy on the ammo today. I have a target downrange at 100 yards. It is a relatively large target because, like I said, I haven't fired this rifle whatsoever. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take 5 rounds of the American Eagle, and I'm going to see if I can quickly walk this thing in. I'm not really going for a fine-tuned zero. I just want to get this thing close enough that I can start shooting and testing and really just get through these first few rounds and see how it does. So that's enough talking. Let's do some shooting. Well, we're at least on the target. Go ahead and send one more. Going to make a slight adjustment and then go again. Okay. Go ahead and go up just a little bit more. Bolt did hold open, and it did move my point of impact up. Got a nice, good, hard, and center primer strike. All right, we've got the target all taped up. We're going to go ahead and do a 5-round group using this same American Eagle ammo. All right, did get bolt lock. Looks like I may have pulled one low, but the other ones look pretty good, especially for the cheap stuff. So obviously you knew this before I did. I thought this was a shot that I had pulled low. It was actually one of my pasters that just fell off. So this is actually my 5-shot group. Not too bad. That's only 10 rounds through the rifle, and we're already getting at least a little bit of grouping. So that's about an 1.5 inch 5-shot group. For that ammo, I'm not too mad about that. All right, next we're going to shoot the group with the Freedom munitions. So this is a 150 grain full metal jacket, and this is their remanufactured ammo. Good ejection, about 4 o'clock. Looks like the point of impact is roughly the same as the Federal. All right, function, lock back. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a couple mags of this Freedom ammo, and I'm going to have a little fun. Just put a few rounds through the rifle, make sure it works, get it a little bit hotter, then go from there. And just like that, we have shot up about $60 worth of ammo. So I've shot 50 rounds through this rifle. I shot 30 rounds of the remanufactured Freedom munitions, and we shot 20 rounds of the American Eagle. Had absolutely no malfunctions of any kind. We had bolt lock every single time. The ejection has been nice and consistent, about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. Now, since I plan on running this rifle the majority of the time with a suppressor, that's what we're going to do next. We will remove the Daniel Defense muzzle device. I'm going to replace that with one from Griffin Armament, and that will allow me to mount my 30 SDK suppressor. And just like that, we now have a suppressor. I'm going to go ahead and shoot a few rounds, see where it hits, and see how it functions. We now have the gas block on the suppressor setting. Good ejection, about 3 o'clock I would say. Last round, got hold open. And that looks like a decent group. I'd say that group is probably about 1.25 inches looking at it from here. I don't know if I mentioned it, but that is that same ammo. And it does look like my point of impact is at least close with and without the suppressor. So that really goes to show you how rigid this barrel and this entire system really is. And just like that, we have put 100 rounds through this rifle. We did fire 50 unsuppressed and then 50 with the suppressor. I had absolutely no malfunctions either way. The majority of that was that Freedom Munitions ammo, but I did mix in a little bit of the American Eagle as well. So far, this rifle is really displaying some pretty decent accuracy, even though we're only shooting the cheap ammo. So I'll be very interested to see what it does with a higher quality, more of like match grade ammo. All in all, I'm very impressed with this rifle so far. The recoil impulse is very nice, especially when you're using that suppressor. As many of the brass casings as I could find, I checked to make sure we had a good primer strike. All of that looked good. Didn't see any weird markings or scuffs or anything like that on the brass. So to summarize, this is about as good as you could expect for the first 100 rounds. No malfunctions of any kind, decent accuracy with and without the suppressor, and we're doing all of it with cheap ammo. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and found the information helpful. If you would, consider subscribing to my channel if you did find this helpful, or if you've watched any of my other videos. According to the numbers here on YouTube, about 98% of the people that do watch my channel are not subscribed. So please consider hitting that subscribe button, share, maybe drop a like. It does go to help me out. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, I would appreciate that as well. I post there a lot more than I do here on YouTube, and that is also the best place to contact me directly. I will be doing more videos on this rifle, so keep a lookout for that. The next video that I'll make on it will probably be an accuracy video. I've got to pick up a little bit more ammo, and then we'll test this thing out and see what it's capable of. As always, thanks for watching. See y'all next time.